We just saw Home, and on this show I take my friends, we go see a movie, we review it in the car, and then we have a discussion. The review video is spoiler free, so if you're on the fence or looking for a recommendation, you can watch this video, find out whether we recommend it or not. And if you've already seen the movie or just want to know everything and don't care about spoilers, you can watch the other video. We'll talk about anything and everything. If you like that, like the video, subscribe, check out all of our written and video reviews at dalemaxfield.com. So Home is an animated DreamWorks 3D movie. I've seen trailers for it for quite a while. The trailers made it look like it was sort of I don't know, DreamWorks kind of goes for gross out humor sometimes in their movies, and it has a little bit of that in it, but this was really good. The animation's really solid. The story is, if you broke down the story and everything that happens, it sounds really complex, but the way they tell it, they really break it into small pieces at a time. It's always, there's a small goal that you're working towards, and then you get there, and then something changes, and then you work towards something else. So it never feels like you're predicting the ending of the movie so much as you're predicting like the next couple of minutes, and then that comes to pass, and then something else moves in from beyond that. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was much better than I expected it to be. I'm not the biggest fan of DreamWorks' stuff in general. I don't like the Shrek series. I liked Mr. Peabody and Sherman. And I like the How to Train Your Dragon movies okay. But this was really, this was one of their better ones. The main character is good. The girl that is voiced by Rihanna is good. The writing is really well done. There's a couple of jokes that they use a couple of times, but I think that's forgivable in a children's movie. Mm-hmm. The kids seemed to really like it. The design of the aliens was kind of cool. Like, you start to figure out that their color is mood-based, but they don't come right out and tell you what every one of them is. So you do have a little bit of, you kind of figure out, oh, red means they're sort of, they like whatever they're hearing, or they're angry, or whatever it is.
Green is lying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. And so a lot of those choices were really good. And I found myself wondering why the soundtrack sounded like, there's a lot of music in the movie, and there's a lot of music that has vocals in it. Toward the end, there's a bunch of stuff where, this isn't a spoiler, but toward the end, there's several sections that are just, they're almost like a music video. Like, it's not even a montage, it's just, you're listening to a song instead of listening to the characters in the movie. And I kept wondering why. It seemed like it was the same vocalist on most of the songs, but then I found out that it's Rihanna that's the girl in the movie. So, right. And Jennifer Lopez voices the mother, so you've got two people involved in the soundtrack that are also part of the movie, and that makes sense. Overall, I would say it's a fun movie to take your kids to. As an adult, I don't I enjoyed it okay, but I wouldn't rush out and see it. It wasn't but
greatest. It's one of those movies that they at least made an effort to appeal to the adults, and when I say adult humor, I don't want to say adult humor, but things that adults will appreciate.
No, and that's where Shrek, I think, goes too far. I think Shrek is it has a lot of crude humor that maybe kids, it goes over their heads when they're little, but then they watch it again when they're 13 and they're like, yeah, that's really sick that they're doing that. But anyway, I would recommend it. What did you think?
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. It was better than I thought it would be. I kind of thought we had seen everything that was going to be funny in the trailer. And those were probably still the funniest parts. But there were still enough other things. I also thought it did a pretty good job of sort of painting pretty broad brushstrokes for things that you are trying to teach your children. So, friendship is important, family is important, keeping promises important. I mean, I think, but not in an overly simplistic way. I mean, it really made its point, and yeah, I think it's a movie that you could take your entire family to, and everyone would be decently amused. And, we wouldn't have to worry about, kind of those inappropriate things. So yeah, I'd say I don't know that I would rush out to the movie theater, but certainly worth a rental at home movie night, something like that.
Yeah, and we saw it in 3D, and the 3D wasn't.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't bother.
Yeah, it wasn't anything to write home about. So, yeah, anyway, that is the spoiler-free version of the recommendation. If that sounds good to you, check it out. If you want to watch our spoiler version, please don't let us spoil anything. If you want to see the movie, see it first. And otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.